And welcome, folks, to Eyeball Watch 2020, everyone's favorite sport where we watch baby kittens open their eyes for the very first time. I'm your host, Chris, and I'm coming to you live from right outside of the main event at Incubation Station. Our little players are in the field, resting, stretching, exercising, and warming up for the big race to see who can open their eyes first and win the coveted golden eyeball crown. Before we begin, let's meet our competitors. Clem's got the details over in Clem's Kitten Corner. Clem, thanks for joining. Thanks, Chris. Let's take a first look at our players. Up first, we've got Nelson on the purple team, weighing in at 157 grams. This tabby might be tiny, but he's got a competitive spirit and a big appetite. Just look at him chowing down on that bottle. Playing for the blue team is Alice, the only female in the league and a really strong contender at 164 grams. She's bigger than her brother. She might be hungry for formula, but she's even hungrier for the win. Next up, we've got Darwin, playing for the green team. Coming into the game at 163 grams, his signature catchphrase is, "You can't spell Darwin without win." He's definitely one to watch. On the yellow team, we've got Logan, and watch out, guys, because this player is beefy. He's by far the largest player in the game, weighing a massive 174 grams, which for comparison is almost as heavy as an iPhone. Last but not least, we've got Wellington, playing for the red team. Weighing in at 157 grams, he's tied for the smallest with Nelson, but he sure can chow down. He might be the underdog, but ladies and gentlemen, he's got grit. Back to you, Chris. Clem, it sounds like these new recruits have been preparing their entire lives for this moment of glory. All our players are having one final potty break before the big game begins. We'll be reporting to you live and tracking the stats as they race to see who can fully open their eyes first. As you can see, the crowd is going absolutely wild. Incubation Station is roaring with excitement. Fans of all ages, colors, and sizes coming together to cheer on their favorite players. We've even got a few puppies in the audience. Bellies are full, potty time's over, faces are wiped, the crowd is roaring. Let's get the time on the clock and officially begin the games in 3, 2, 1, go! Well, folks, no one said growing up happens quickly. Let's take a first look at those eyes. Not much to report yet from Big Boy Logan. Those eyes are fully sealed from side to side. Alice's eyes looking very much shut. Wellington looking totally asleep. No activity from Darwin yet, but take a look at Nelson. You can almost see there's a bit of wateriness to the eyelid, a strong sign of activity getting ready to begin. Folks, Nelson is starting out strong with Eyeball Watch 2020. 12 hours in, Alice has a cute little milk mouth, but nothing much to report on the eyes. Darwin, the slightest opening showing up on his left eye could be a good sign for Darwin. Nelson, eyes closed, but that right eye is still a little watery, a promising start for Nelson. Wellington, potential slight activity in the left eye, but almost impossible to tell. Logan, no activity so far, but it looks like he could use a little face wipe there. Kittens sure are messy. Folks, we may be getting off to a slow start, but that is the nature of the game. So while we're waiting, let's hear from our in-house eyeball expert, Debbie. Debbie, thanks for joining me today. Debbie, wake up, you're on the air.
Oh dear, yes, hello. Well, as you can see, watching eyes open is not a fast-paced sport. What we're witnessing is a historic moment in a kitten's life where between 8 and 12 days old, the eyelids slowly peel open, revealing baby blue eyes underneath. These kittens have very blurry eyesight until their vision develops around 4 weeks old. As kittens, our eyelids are very sleepy.
Looks like we lost Debbie again. Thank you, Debbie, for those fascinating eyeball facts. Let's get back to the game. 24 hours in, Wellington, definite activity on the left eye as it starts to unseal. Nelson, big changes on the left as we start to see a first peek. Logan, both eyes with the tiniest unfolding at the tear duct. Alice, still without any activity. And Darwin, wow, amazing his fans with a major look at about 75% of the right eye, bringing him to the front of the league. A little while later at the 28th hour, we've got Logan taking a slow but steady symmetrical strategy. Nelson, left eye still in those early stages of opening up. Wellington, not much progress, but he's still got a little glimmer in his left eye. Darwin, still going strong with that amazing right eye. Alice, still in last position, but is that a tiny glimmer I see in her right eye? She's still got time, folks. 34 hours in, nice progress on the left for Wellington. A strong showing from Logan, looking a bit silly and lopsided, but oh so cute. Alice still moving slowly. Nelson, unbelievable, about 40% open on each eye, definitely pushing hard. Darwin blowing past the competition with an amazing gain in both eyes, about 80% on the right, 70% on the left. He's got his head in the game. At the 44th hour, we've got Logan making fantastic progress in both eyes. Darwin holding his position, both eyes strong, but still a bit to go. Nelson staying strong at about 50-50. Wellington still making a slow and steady effort, but can he catch up to the others? Bringing up the tail is Alice, still holding on to babyhood, not much movement at all. Folks, we're now 48 hours into Eyeball Watch. The players are all rolling around in incubation stations, some of them looking absolutely exhausted from their efforts so far. Some looking a little wobbly on their feet, while others are eager and even wrestling with their competitors. As we go into our third consecutive day of Eyeball Watch, Clem's got some updated stats on the players over in Clem's Kitten Corner. Clem, how's it looking? Well, Chris, as you can see, the kittens are chugging away at their bottles. Opening your eyeballs is serious business, and just like with any sport, we expect to see some major gains as the players build muscle and bulk up for the big game. 2 days in, Darwin is up 16 grams at 179. Nelson weighing in at 180 grams now, that's up 23. Logan is still our beefiest jock at an amazing 191 grams, up from 179. Little guy Wellington up 18 to 175, and Alice gaining a perfect 20 at 184 grams. Thanks, Clem. Well, the players are all finishing up a warm bottle, getting their faces cleaned, and getting ready to keep pushing ahead. The competition is fierce, and at this point, it could be anyone's game. Eyeball Watch 2020 is proudly sponsored by Cheesleman's Warehouse. Cheesleman's, come on down. Now, let's keep this thing going. Still not many changes for Alice. Wellington showing off his milk goatee, but not much to share on the eyeball front. Logan holding strong at about 60%, but is it enough to catch up to Darwin? Securing his spot as one of our frontrunners, Darwin looking great, but in about the same position as brother Nelson, putting in work with one eye almost completely open and the other well on its way. Let's listen to those confident purrs. Oh my God. 54 hours in, Darwin at 90%, almost there. Nice progress from Logan at about 75%. Wellington now at about 40%, still moving along, but squinting his way through the game. Nelson still neck and neck with Darwin, just waiting on that stubborn left eye. Time to check in on Alice. Alice, major move from our only female competitor. The entire left eye is 100% open. I repeat, 100% open. Astounding her fans. Absolutely shocking turn of events. What an upset. 65 hours in, Wellington still coming in around 50%, Logan coming in around 85. Alice still has one eye on the prize, but can she manage to open the other one? Nelson almost there, just a hair on the left side, and this whole thing could be his. Darwin even closer, just a tiny bit on the left side. Who will it be? Now entering 72 hours, and Nelson! He did it! He reached 100%. Checking against Darwin, and Darwin did it too! Wow, folks, for the first time in the history of the sport, we've got 2 winners of Eyeball Watch 2020. There you have it, folks. It's our 2 champions of Eyeball Watch 2020, Nelson and Darwin. Way to go, boys! The competition was fierce, but the truth is that we're all winners here today, folks, because these guys are all adorable. That's it from here at Incubation Station. Thanks for tuning in to Eyeball Watch 2020.